Now on your smart television and mobile device. Center Stage Gospel season premieres Sunday, 8 p.m. Central. Tune in to Talking Law with attorney Daryl O'Neill and the special guest host, attorney Jerome Payne. Live TV talk on your digital device, on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. Download the SVP TV app right now. Check us out every Tuesday on Comcast Cable, Channel 17, 8:30 p.m. And we are live every Friday on Facebook Live, 6 o'clock in the evening. You've got a question? Our attorneys have the answer. So let's talk law with attorney Daryl O'Neill on the SVP TV network.
Welcome to Talking Law with Daryl O'Neill. I'm your host. I got my main man, Jerome, with me.
What's up, Daryl?
Man, another day in the neighborhood.
Hey, man.
Hey, you know, this is going to be a different show tonight, Jerome, you
Okay.
know, because we got a bunch of questions. And it's always good when we have questions.
I love
you
it.
know. But first off, if you live, just like these people put in questions, you can call in and ask those questions, or you can do like they did and send them to us, and we'll
Well, and we'll probably answer the calls first before we get to those
we
questions.
would answer.
So, yeah.
Yeah. If you want to get
First
ahead,
in line,
if you
yeah.
want to get ahead in the line, you
Exactly.
call, and then you actually, jump ahead of the questions that somebody
Exactly.
actually left.
Yeah.
So if you have, you do Facebook Live, you do YouTube, and I think YouTube is also live. You do Fire Stick, Apple TV.
That's right.
Roku.
Yes.
And the SVP TV network app.
Always.
Always.
Yeah.
Any and all of those things will allow you to get a direct call into us. So to give our shout outs.
Yes.
Shout out to California, son. I hope you're still doing good out there. Shout out to Little Rock, Arkansas. Shout out to West Memphis, Arkansas.
With your black mayor.
With the black man. Shout out to Shelby County, Memphis. Shout out to Mississippi, and Mom always shout out to the great state of Missouri.
And there, I told you before that Earl, Arkansas has a black mayor too.
But
18 years old. Remember I told you that?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
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 And all of those areas are predominantly black
Yes,
areas. you know,
yes,
So,
yes.
yeah. So, the first question we have, Jerome, is an interesting question. And the question says, and I'm going to read the question in whole.
Okay.
I have a POA, which means power of attorney, of my ex-husband. He has dementia. We want to put our son on his house deed to avoid probate. Can I do this?
Well, the first answer there right off the bat is yes. But I also picked up another point that maybe we missed early on.
Okay.
She says that it's my ex-husband.
Yeah. I don't know
that might create an issue
Well,
because if there is a divorce and there's an insurance policy, doesn't that cancel out the insurance when a person divorces?
I don't know that to be true.
It's a lot of things that happen. A divorce causes a split where I think it might do an insurance policy.
Yeah, so, I'm not a divorce guru. Of course, you know that. And this is the one thing that I have no knowledge in. But I would still think it would depend on what your divorce decree or whatever the order is divorcing you that would say. Your marital dissolution agreement or divorce decree, whatever it would say. I don't think that there's by statutory, because here's, I've had scenarios, or I know of scenarios where people have died and they forgot to take the ex-spouse off, and they had new spouses, and in fact, the information went to that old spouse. The old spouse benefited.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
let me just say this too. Did she get the power of attorney before they divorced or after? You follow what I'm saying?
Well-
what I'm saying, because he has dementia, so maybe he intended to rescind the power of attorney, but dementia kept him from doing it.
Yeah, so first off, I don't know that because it's an ex really provides, some problem. unless it was like you hit it on the head, unless it was a pre-divorce power of attorney that inadvertently was not revoked.
It wasn't revoked because he got dementia. And then revoked it.
Or just forgot about
Right.
it. And whether he had dementia or not, he forgot about it, and then by the time he never remembered it.
Right.
And then when he had dementia and then you were helping him out,
Right.
you found that power of attorney and started doing business on it.
And the saving grace is that it's both of their sons.
Yeah.
And that kind of gives us a little room, I think, to go on and say yes, without all of these qualifiers, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if it's both sons, I get that does looks a lot better
Yes.
because it's both sons. But the problem, though, Jerome, if he has other kids,
Now that could be a problem
because
too.
now you got to question that. When you say put the name on a house, really what you're saying is I'm going to do a quick claim deed.
That's right.
To the son. And you do have that power as a power of attorney, depending on what the power of attorney gives you. And it could give you the power to transfer property, sign name, can't be counted.
Normally they do
Yeah.
allow for transferring
Yeah.
of properties and even selling. You can
You can even sell a property.
Right.
The problem is where the court gets in the middle of those types of things. The power of attorney's really responsibility is for the ward.
That's right.
And when I say ward, I mean the person that has dementia. So the power of attorney is for that benefit of that person.
That's right.
And so if you're going to do anything just because you want to do it, but if it's to the detriment of the ward, then it can be invalidated at a later time.
I think that's absolutely
Yeah.
correct. And the thing about it is that the sooner the better
Yeah.
too, because longevity has a good deal to do with transfers.
Right.
So I suggest, and if you don't do it now, it's going to cause a lot of problems down the road.
Yeah, I would, if you're going to do anything with that power of attorney in regards to transferring property, I would suggest that you do it immediately.
I agree.
Yeah, I would, because you want to do it, and because as dementia, and this is going to sound messed up, it don't get better with time.
I agree.
Yeah, it doesn't get better with age, it gets worse.
Yeah.
And so if that's the case, you want to act earlier than later.
I agree.
Because people with dementia do have what they call, in Jerome's better word, lucidity.
Right.
And, when they have those moments, some people will take them as options and opportunities to act on.
And the thing about it too, there is that because once you do it, the transfer has occurred at that same time.
Right.
Right.
Right. Right. Yeah, so that's a good thing to do. It's better to do it sooner than later.
But there, what I usually do now, I don't know if you do this or not. I do my power of attorneys with a quick claim deeds, rather, with reservations of a life estate for the person whose property you transferred.
I do not do that.
You don't do that?
No.
Because what happens is, because in reality, they could force
the
the dementia person to kick them out of the place. Right.
Yeah.
So I always do a reservation of a life estate for the person who has transferred the property to protect them from anything like that.
And here's the other problem. If you got a person that has dementia and they need health care help, and you're going to end up with Medicare or Medicaid,
You said something. there.
or something where it's going to take a financial toll on them, and you transfer
You
that
said
property,
something then, yes.
the court will automatically invalidate that transfer. They do what they have a 4-year look back.
Is it 4 years? I thought you could look back too.
Okay, let me just put it this way: they got to look back, and it's 1, 2, 3, or 4 years, but it's a look back, and they look back to see whatever were assets intentionally depleted, transferred, moved, and so on and so forth during that period of time. And if they determine that it was, they invalidate those.
And you know what? We really didn't think this through enough.
Right.
Because she doesn't tell us why.
Right. We are missing a lot of facts.
Yeah,
We're missing a lot of facts.
She didn't tell us why, because in fact, the fact that he has dementia suggests that he's going to need
Oh yeah.
Medicaid rather, to pay for some kind of assistance
Right.
and it looks like you're trying to defraud
Yeah.
by transferring the property. So be very, very careful.
Be careful. Be careful here. And look, because we know she ain't move in.
Right.
Because, this mug is the ex.
Right.
She fought to get away from this mug. She ain't trying to get back with him,
Right. Right.
And then taking care of him. It doesn't give a good look. So just be careful
Be
there.
very careful, yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, we do agree the short answer is yes.
Yeah.
But they got a whole lot of caveats out there.
I agree.
So the next question is, how can I file charges against a brother and sister that removed and sold cars titled to dad, mom, who is still alive? That's
We see this all the time.
unfortunately.
We see this all of the time, where one of the siblings will go awry
Mm-hmm.
and start doing stuff that they have absolutely no authority to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, am I going to bring charges against my brothers and sisters? I don't think so.
Yeah.
What about you, Dan?
Yeah, I mean, I think the short answer is this is a problem.
Right.
And this is criminal. And the only way to do anything about it would be to file some kind of criminal charges. And really, the children doesn't have the right to do that. It would have to be the mother and father.
And they're not going to do it.
And they're not going to do it.
And they're not going to
So,
do it.
if it's our parents
Right.
and you did something, I don't have a right to file criminal charges against you because it's not my property.
That's right. But it sounds like they're looking behind the scenes just a little bit. It's probably something similar to our first question, that mom and dad are having some issues with dementia or not really on top of their game. That's why the sibling is having a chance to run through their property.
Yeah, I mean, this is a disgusting scenario. First off, I mean, man, why anyway? Why would you? I don't, never mind. So I'm not going to even comment on it. Never mind.
There, how many times have we seen if a dollar gets on the table,
Yeah.
there's a problem?
Yeah, I don't know why you steal from your parents. And that's what this is theft.
Well,
this is criminal.
Come and think of too, there's something, the agent, the Commission on Aging, if they are aged,
Right.
they don't allow you to take advantage of an infirm person of age. So,
Yeah.
maybe that's an investigation.
Yeah, what you could also do is one of the things that you don't have to file criminal charges. But again, a mother and father are normally not going to do something to the detriment of their children, regardless of how bad it is,
That's
unfortunately.
exactly right.
But the thing that you can do is you can also contact, like you just said, the Aging Commission.
Yes.
And then they have what they call Tennessee Department of, it's for elders.
Yes.
The state has a department for elders. I can't remember what it is, but it's the state of Tennessee has an apartment where they investigate elder abuse.
That's right. That's exactly what that would be.
Yeah.
Elder abuse.
Yeah, and they actually have a criminal statute that prosecutes elder abuse also.
No question.
So, but the thing you have is if your mother and father if they're aware of themselves and you do this without their permission, they're going to have issues with you.
I agree.
It is their right, not yours. And just because they don't say anything about it don't mean they don't know about it.
That's true. Yeah.
So, the third question is interesting and good. It says, will my spouse of 1 year have any legal right to a home purchased by me prior to the marriage in the event of a divorce? Man, I know the answer to that. That's a simple question. I know the answer.
What's the answer there?
No. Not no, but hell no.
I don't think it's that clear.
All right, I know it's that clear.
I just don't see that. I see that, so just because the home was purchased prior to the marriage does not mean that I don't have an interest in the home.
I disagree. In the case, because it's premarital property never turns into marital property.
Never?
Never. The only way premarital property, and especially real property, the only way real property will turn into marital property is you have to quit claim deed some of your interest into that person. And if you don't, it's not. Now let's get this. Let's change this though. Monies that come into the house that are being used for that property, you know, now you would have an
That's-
argument about the monies, but because both of you guys live there, you know,
But
because you
if
can't
the-
live nowhere for free,
But if the money is going to pay the mortgage,
got to prove that. Because see, now here's what it happens. Okay, so think about it from this perspective.
okay,
If the husband and wife say, hey, you know, you're going to put this amount towards the bills.
they don't have to say it.
Yeah, just go.
It's just my money comes in the house,
Yeah.
it's being used, dude.
Something, yeah. But, okay, but I make hypothetically $2,000.
Okay,
My mortgage is $1,000.
okay,
And I put $2,000 in the pot. You put $2,000 in the pot, and all the bills get paid, and then we split the rest.
right.
You cannot prove that $1,000 of your money or $500 of your money went to that mortgage payment.
You don't have to.
I can cover it without you,
Because the money is being, what?
I can cover it.
Commingled, the money's being commingled.
but it's commingled, and the problem is it can be commingled, but it is not being commingled and used for the purchase of that house.
But wait a minute now, you both putting the same amount of money in there.
The only way,
So why does your 1,000 go to the mortgage and mine doesn't?
because I could put you on the street. Because it's my house. It's my house, and and we got married,
So-
and out of courtesy, I let you move in my house.
That's not how it goes there.
I'm telling you it is. It's real. It's real.
No married couple would ever say, "This is my house."
Okay.
Unless there's a
It's
problem.
my house. Yeah, they will. I mean, and that's
when they
the-
start having trouble, then
no,
they say,
no, but
this is my house.
But this is the reason why when you get married, you do one or two things.
Okay,
Number one, you buy a house together,
okay,
or you sell that house, and maybe that person decides to use that house, do some of the money, but you buy a house together,
or they put your name
or
on the house.
they give you a percentage of that house.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
But you are never entitled to ownership unless I give you ownership.
Okay,
Again, I am doing you a favor by here's what happens, man.
okay,
If you buy a house, right,
right,
for your daughter, for her marriage,
right.
okay, it's a gift from you to your daughter.
I got you.
They get divorced. Does he get 50% of your house?
I think that's a different scenario. I think that's. I
It's
think the
pre-
facts,
you-
I think the facts are different there.
Why?
It's clearly designed for my daughter. I gave it to her. But if,
This is too.
But if I sell my house, I got a house, you got a house, and I move into your house at your invitation. Sell your house, baby, and come on here and move in the house with me. And I move in, and are you saying I don't have any rights in that house?
I am absolutely saying that.
Okay.
Here's what I'm saying. Don't do it. That's what I'm saying. Don't do it.
I got you.
Because if you look, the only way now, because remember, if I move you in, because the question becomes one or two things: do I own the house free and clear? That's number one.
Okay.
Or do I have a mortgage on the house?
Okay.
If I own
That's
the house,
good. That's a good point.
Yeah, if I own the house free and clear, dude, your money ain't help paying for it.
It's no question then.
Yeah, it's my house.
There's no question then.
But if I have some semblance on a mortgage, the question becomes, what type of mortgage do I have?
Right.
So, for instance, the house is worth $150,000 or $200,000, and I got $50,000 left on it, right? That's
Right.
all I owe is $50,000.
Right.
And you come in, you ain't contribute to $200,000.
No
you only
question
contribute
about
to $50,000.
Right, no question.
But if I owe $250,000, you come in, and we married, and I owe $250,000. You come in for a year, I still owe $250,000.
I agree. I agree. 'Cause it's a short period of time.
Yeah.
But there, that's the same. That's the same thing as when a couple, you're married and you purchase a home. You may not be on the loan, but you're certainly going to be on the deed.
But that's a different argument.
What is that then?
So what ends up happening is, it's funny, I'm glad you said that. Because
Yeah.
what happens is the law says that a married person, you ain't never got to put their name on it.
Right.
A married person, if one of them die, the other goes to the other one automatically. That's actual transfer.
Okay.
but it doesn't transfer the financial responsibility.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, the financial responsibility still stays with the person
Who died.
who acquired the mortgage,
The person who died.
who died.
Right.
And the mortgage company still has the right to foreclose that home.
You really catch hell trying to
Oh.
get your name, trying to get information to everything.
Yeah, you're not going to get your name on
Yeah.
it. You're not going to get your name
Well,
on it.
you can. You can do it.
Not after they
ultimately.
die.
I mean, do affidavit of heirship.
No.
And then you got to assume
Right.
the loan.
You got to assume the loan.
Yeah, you got to assume the loan. You just can't.
The married person will transfer to the house on paper will transfer. You know, the real property will transfer.
That's right.
But
And-
the mortgage won't transfer.
And the thing about it is, I don't know if I should say this on but clients, I tell people, don't get on the phone and start calling the mortgage
My
company
goodness.
and telling them, my husband died last night in his sleep.
Yeah.
You're going to be out on the street.
You're going to be on the street.
Just keep on paying the mortgage. Do you agree with that?
I say it all the time. Absolutely. But they won't tell me nothing.
Right.
You're going to get the bill in the mail.
Right.
You're going to get all the responsibility in the mail. They don't need to tell you
That's
nothing.
right.
Pay the damn bill.
That's exactly
And
right.
shut up.
That's right.
Because here's the thing. The mortgage company in your mortgage paperwork,
That's
most
exactly-
people, you know where I'm going here.
That's exactly right.
They have a clause in there that says it's an acceleration clause.
That's exactly right.
So if you transfer that property from your dead spouse to you, they're going to do what they call an acceleration clause. They're going to send you a document and say you need to pay the bill in full,
That's exactly
or we're going to foreclose.
That's exactly right.
But if you just stop talking, don't say nothing and just wait.
I was just trying to get some information about it.
You being nosy. Just shut up.
Keep,
Just shut up. You're being nosy.
keep your
for
mouth
no
closed.
reason.
Keep paying the mortgage.
Or the mortgage.
And then, 4 or 5 years down the road, you
Yeah.
might be able to say, then, yeah, he passed away. And
No, you ain't got to say nothing.
You don't think so?
No, because what happens is if you can do one or two things. Okay, number one, you can get you a financing company to refinance.
That's
it.
right.
But if you can't afford to do that, then you say nothing and hope to live long enough that the house get paid
I
off.
think that's right, too.
Because then when the house gets paid off, they don't send it to you. They file it with the register of deeds. They file a lien release.
Yeah,
And
release.
then a lien
Yeah.
release.
Right.
And when they file that lien release, the property will transfer it always transfer over to the spouse.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
So
agree
you don't
with
have to
that.
do anything.
I agree with that.
And I hear people say this all the mortgage company won't tell me nothing.
I
What are
hear
they
the
supposed to
same-
tell
I hear
you?
the same thing, too.
What? Make me
They won't even
understand.
talk to me. I'm paying the mortgage. I'm doing. And next
What-
thing you know, you're going to be in the street.
Yeah.
Like,
What is it that they won't tell you?
Right.
What the payment is? You get that in the mail.
That's exactly right.
What's the interest on it? You get that in the mail.
I agree.
The insurance is due. You get that in the mail.
Because 9 times out of 10, you don't qualify.
That's why your
to
name
be-
on it. Duh. There's a reason why your name ain't on the mortgage.
I
You
agree.
can't pay it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and you were a liability, and if they put your name on it,
I most
the
definitely
the
would.
interest is gonna be so high.
Or they wouldn't have even financed
They wouldn't
it
have financed.
if your name's on it.
You bad credit, something. Why would I finance?
I agree. That's a good point.
So,
And
yeah.
the thing about it, and I tell people all the time too, there, it's a stressful time. Certainly, your husband passed away, or certainly your wife passed away. What you do is then you start. That's the time to even sit with a lawyer, probably to figure out what's my next step.
Yeah. And what ends up happening, Jerome, and it depends. I mean, you may have a decent insurance policy or not.
Might.
But if you have a decent insurance policy, the first question is, should I pay the mortgage off?
I agree.
Okay, well, yeah, because then it's going to, they don't care who pays. The mortgage, look, people. The mortgage company is two things that car companies and mortgage companies don't care about. They don't care who pays.
Who pays?
They don't care who pays.
I tell people that all the time too.
They don't care.
They can't. All they want is their money. That they could
Hey.
care less. John Jones could pay. Or Fred Sanford, Fred G. Sanford could pay it off. That's what they just want to get paid. They're in business to sell cars.
They
to
don't wanna
sell
own houses.
They do not
Yeah.
own houses, and they certainly don't want a lot full of cars.
Hoopties.
Right.
Because you done dogged it out by the time, so they don't, they pay.
I agree with you.
Yeah, that's all they really want, somebody to pay. So, yeah. But the short answer to that is, and Jerome and I disagree with him on, and Jerome's done more divorces than I have. But
25 years ago.
yeah, but I'm gonna say out here. I think Jerome was wrong with 2 left feet, and the house is yours. I mean, that mug get no interest in it.
Okay. I just think that there's an argument.
Oh, well, dude, we can argue anything. Shoot. I mean,
and if you get a sympathetic judge, so that's the whole idea. And everything we do is to try to get a judge something. Just give me something to hang my hat on. That's what they're sitting on.
Yeah.
So when I make a ruling, I can support why I rule.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about it the other day, last time too, about how awful some witnesses are.
Right.
The judge might say, I really want to punish her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Judges are humans now. And, you know, if you sound like crap.
A gold digger, yeah.
Or you act all ignorant.
That's right.
You know, they will, and let me just tell you, I always tell people, man, you know, if I don't like the ruling of a judge, you can always go to the 3 wise men.
That's right.
But the Court of Appeals do not, hear me when I tell you, they do not want to reverse judges.
Okay.
That is not their intent. So they 90% of the time, they are going to agree with the decision that the trial judge made.
Yeah.
So you have to establish that judge was out in left field.
And because the judge who made the ruling got a chance to watch everybody's position, watch the reaction, and so they use more than just the law before they make their decision.
Let me see if we can get this last question in. Is it possible to keep a vehicle that is not in your name, but you're making all the payments and insurance, the person whose name it is filing bankruptcy and keeping their car, and I can't refinance it until that amount is lower? I'm in Tennessee, but the original owner is in another state. Oh, man. I got to take that next show, man.
I kind of think so there.
Yeah,
that's very convoluted.
Man, that's convoluted. Hey, dude, that is an absolute nightmare question.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sorry. That's an oh my God question. That's that's rough.
But don't worry.
We'll have an answer.
We will unravel it.
We will. But it's going to take some time.
Step at a time.
It's going to take some time. All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to get the signal. So thank you for watching the show. Sorry.
One thing. Don't forget we got a judge coming. The judge is coming next month.
Yeah, next month we're going to bring on a live judge from General Sessions Court.
Right.
That, you know, that's where 90% of what happens in Shelby County happens in General Sessions Court.
Yes.
And he's going to tell you about them landmines.
That's exactly.
All right, y'all. Thank you for watching the show. We'll see you back next week.
Can you actually imagine hosting your next event at the all-new SVP Banquet and Event Center? Yes, spacious, beautiful venue with plenty of parking, located in the heart of East Memphis. Let us host your next intimate birthday gathering, family repast, bachelorette party, wedding and reception, baby shower, corporate meeting, social club event. Call us today. Don't wait. 901-244-6874. The all-new SVP Banquet and Event Center.
SVP TV, we're family for all your needs. SVP TV, we're family. We're gonna make you fall in love. SVP. We're gonna make you fall in love. SVP TV.
Looking for something new? We thought so. SVP is mixing things up, and digital TV, it'll never be the same.
SVP TV, we're family. We're gonna make you fall in love. SVP.
Download the SVP app today on Roku, Apple, and Fire TV. Watch us. You know why?
We're gonna make you fall in love. SVP TV.
You're talking about a good time shield. When we all come on now.
Center Stage Gospel Music live from Memphis, Tennessee, featuring gospel artists from around the world. Toe tapping, hand clapping, down home gospel music. Watch on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, and your local Comcast. Download the SVP TV app now on your smart television and mobile device. Center Stage Gospel season premieres Sunday, 8 p.m. Central.